Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Forrest over here, and welcome back to another live stream. Now, this is a bit random, I know. Usually, I don't tend to stream at this hour, at this time of day either. But some things I have come across a few things on the Twitter, and maybe we can discuss about other things that I didn't notice about, about things outside of Twitter. But we're gonna be talking about things that have crossed my mind uh, since I woke up this morning. Cause I woke up at like 9, 10 o'clock. I woke up at like 9, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and so I've been on my phone for a good part of the day, alongside with dealing with other things in the real world, in my personal life. But yeah, I've been looking on the Twitter today, and some things I found there's a thing that I found that I will be reacting to on this stream because it does involve a particular video by a particular YouTuber that I very much enjoy watching because holy crap, this YouTuber loves to make nightmare fuel. Hey, Mr. Coconut, how you doing tonight? But yeah, we're gonna be watching a video because it crossed my feed and I'm interested to watch it. But we do got two other things that I noticed that were going on Twitter today, and ever since then, my Twitter has been blowing up because I have already made my thoughts and opinions clear on one of the matters. I just did on another matter, but one of the matters were from this earlier today. So we're going to be talking about those, and if anybody has something else that they want me to see, we could probably watch it too. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm doing pretty good for the most part. A bit irritated at some things that we will be discussing, but I'm doing pretty well for the most part. So, should we start with the negatives first, or should we watch some positive? Should we do something positive first? Because either way, we gotta go to the negatives at some point. Um, but I'm leaving this up to the view. I'm leaving this up to the guys, aka the guy that's here. We're just basically having coconut decide for us. Coconut now here and now he is. I don't think I'm ready to be the one guy to say something. But anyway, up to you. All right. Okay, you know what? We'll do the small negative, then we'll do the small positive, and the big negative, and then the big positive. Alright, that's how we're going to do this. And then if somebody has anything else they would like to discuss, they are free to say so here. But anyway, so the small negative. So, well, actually, the small negative does kind of tie into, well, actually, yeah, well, let me put it to you this way. I was seeing a post on Twitter of how some person was trying to. I guess you could say he was trying to voice his quote unquote thoughtful opinion, and I do mean that in quotations. His quote unquote thoughtful opinion about how this person should treat their body, right? One of those people that think, well, you gotta, that try to be helpful, but based on how they word their shit, they generally are not very helpful whatsoever. Especially when it comes to the fact that their opinions were not even asked of nor wanted. And so then this person that was trying to quote unquote be nice, be thoughtful, ended up getting blocked by this by the person that showed what was going on there. Like she posted a picture of a DM that they had, and then she posted a tweet talking about it, and then this other person posted a tweet of their own, complaining about how well he was just trying to say how he felt and blah blah blah, and then he went on a bit of a tirade. There were two problems with this tirade that I seen. The first problem, right off the bat, was the fact that his opinion was not asked of nor was wanted. As I said in a post, if this person that you were talking about, trying to give your thoughtful, quote unquote, thoughtful opinion when it comes to their body shape, if they wanted advice or they wanted someone to help, or if they wanted to know of someone that could possibly help them, they would have asked already. But they never did, to my knowledge. At least not recently. So I said to them, yeah, good to know that. Well, I mean, also he had grammar errors, so that was fun. So I had to point that out. It's always fun to point out how somebody has made some errors with their grammar or spelling, because then it's like, dude, you just made your point less valid because you're not being serious about it. How do you know that? Well, dude, look at how you spelled your words. Usually, when people are serious about something, they tend to make sure their spelling and grammar is 100% correct, even if, regardless of whether what they're saying is right or wrong, they at least they try to show professionalism with what they're saying. But also, on top of that, it also seemed like he was making a threat to this person. Because how dare she not take your advice? How dare she not take his advice, I should say. Yeah, giving your unwanted opinion is not a good idea. Making even a passive aggressive threat is even worse. Because it's still a threat. Hello Sebastian, how you doing tonight? Like, it don't matter what kind of threat you make. A threat is still a threat. Even if it's passive aggressive, if it's just like a small little threat, it can be perceived as a major one. So, my advice to literally everybody out there watching this video, if you want your opinion to be heard, first of all, make sure your opinion is asked of before you say anything, unless it's clear that they are wanting an opinion, just not the type of opinion that basically made you, the person who's saying their opinion, look worse than you already were, or at least just make you look bad. On top of that, never send any kind of threat, even if you don't mean anything by it, because the other person could perceive it as an actual threat and they will act accordingly if they feel it's necessary to do so. So be careful. Be careful of the internet, kids. But that's really the small thing. I do have a big, major negative thing that I've seen on Twitter, but we're gonna go literally right straight into the small, positive thing. So, for those of you who don't know, there is a channel that I watch from time to time. But I never watched this channel in October, which is kind of weird because, good lord, this channel loves to make nightmare fuel for content. Let me just say for the record that this channel, the very first time I ever heard of this channel, we're not rating them, I'm just showing a video of theirs because I really want you guys to listen to it while I watch it. But this channel, the very first video of this channel that I'm about to watch was their parody of the kids show that is Peppa Pig. If you know the video, you know the video, and if you've seen the video, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Congratulations. But anyway, so this person made a video not too long ago. It was like yesterday, the day it was about. Well, hold on, let me see something here.
Sunday is Taylor Swift.
Can we pause this, please? Because I want to see when this was posted. This was posted. Hold on, what I need to put my thing down. Okay, so I had to look at my date, the date on my phone. This video was posted 2 days ago on November 12th, 2023. This is by animation horror animation YouTuber, there we go, that goes by the name of Meat Canyon. Like I said, the first time I heard of this channel, I watched the Peppa Pig parody that he made some years ago. And then the second video I watched through Corey X Kenshin because he was doing these spooky, scary Saturday videos that he did for a time. I don't know if he's still doing them nowadays, but I remember he did them. And the second video was the McDonald's parody that he did. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, thank you for asking. So, but this video is titled Taylor Swift's Breakup. I'm alert for a bit. Alright, Mr. Coconut, thank you for the alert. But this video is titled Taylor Swift's Breakup. Now, if you know about Taylor Swift, you know that she has a dedicated fan base, is kind of putting it lightly. She has what is essentially a hive mind fan base. They're all with each other. They all very much support Taylor Swift no matter what happens. And if anybody dares to try to say or post anything negative about her, oh my god, they gotta throw their fucking hissy fits in the whole goddamn world. Case in point, this video. I have heard from the world of social media, aka Twitter, that so many people have been quote retweeting this post that was made to hype this video up, to let us know that it was up, that it was uploaded, right? So apparently so many of her fans were going batshit crazy, not in a good way, over this video. First of all, I don't give a damn what they think. To me, what does Taylor Swift think? If I bet you, they're all going off on this video now, but I bet you, if she were to say that she actually found this video interesting or whatever, but just speak positively about the video, right? I bet you all of her fan base would just switch their tune and say, "Oh my god, best video ever. Best Taylor Swift parody ever." I bet you they would do that. I guarantee you they would do that. So many Swift fans are going to be coming over here now and they'll be like, "Shut your fucking mouth, man." But it's true, though. I mean, dude, we're talking about a fan base that went off on, from what I just found out just now, before I did this. They were going off on a WWE wrestler named Grayson Waller. I know of Grayson Waller a little bit, but not too much to, you know. But I also don't really care for people that think it's a good idea to go after somebody just for the most stupidest of reasons. Because it's ridiculously stupid for a whole group of people to just go after somebody. Like, talk about cancel culture. I bet you Taylor Swift's fan base, for the most part, are cancel culture in itself. That's why they happen most of the time. But anyway, this is the video, Taylor Swift's breakup. Let's watch it.
Arrowhead Stadium is electric this Sunday as Taylor Swift is here before the kickoff, cheering on her man Travis Kelce. My God, is she beautiful. I'm thinking about breaking up with Taylor.
Wait, you're gonna break up with Taylor Swift?
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. No. That's not what I said. I didn't say that. He's gonna break up with her. I think he's gonna break up with her. He's gonna break up with Taylor. Travis Kelce's gonna break up with Taylor. I think he's gonna break up. I think he's gonna break up with Travis Kelce's gonna break up with Taylor. He's gonna break up with
Oh, she's angry now. Uh-oh. What the hell? Oh! Not the footballs! Why'd you guys have to go after the footballs of this man? Come on!
Get your goddamn hands off me! Why do you want to leave me? Babe, that's not what I said.
Uh-oh.
You know I would never say that. You know how tight we are, Tay-Tay. Come on. Why do you have to lie to me? I love you. And you want to break my heart? Why can't you love me? Love you? I barely know you. You want me to fawn over your existence? Everything is spectacle and everything so perfect and right. I try to get your attention, but it goes unnoticed until it's convenient for you.
Oh.
I can never love you because I can't stand the idea of you.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Taylor, but I think we should break up.
Uh-oh. Oh, you pissed him off. What the? I swear to God, if I get a copyright claim because of this shit, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm basically just pausing it every so often so I don't get it going.
Sorry.
I'm pausing this just for the sake of not getting a strike. Because from what I remember hearing, they only could do it or something like that if it's continuously played for longer than 30 seconds. That's what I remember hearing about. Which brings me to something else that I just thought of now that I think about it, but we'll get to that later.
Taylor Swift, whose new song Trouble in the 44-Yard Line is already 12 times platinum.
Yeah, I think we probably might be safe. But whatever. Either way, yeah. So that was the Taylor Swift's breakup video. But like I said, the video caused such a stir in this Taylor Swift's fan base that they just were going batshit crazy over this video. So it basically just proved his point. Everybody kept pointing that out. If it wasn't somebody going off on this, it was somebody pointed out how the people going off on this are proving his point that they are basically a hive mind. That's basically what they're saying here. Now, for the big negative that I was thinking of, which technically I have two now, but we're going to talk about the first one more right now first. So, strap yourselves in for this one. Strap yourselves in for this one because this involves the world, the very interesting world that is Twitter. So strap you guys in yourselves in for this one. So earlier today, around, let me see if I knew what time it was. Hold on a second. Okay, just saying that. So it was around 12 o'clock that I found out that a VTuber that I've interacted with before ended up having their Twitter account suspended. Now, you may be wondering, did she do anything wrong? What did she do? Did she do anything wrong? Did she do this? Did she do that? No, actually, she did not. This is a case of someone deciding to false report someone else, and they're basically making alt accounts just for the sake of trying to report them under false reasonings. And by that standard, see how Twitter works, for those of you that don't know, how Twitter works is where we could report someone we can support someone for any reason. They might look at it at first, but then when more and more people start reporting it, they think it's more and more likely that that person is doing what they're being reported of doing, so they ultimately just say, suspended. They will punish the account in some way. In this situation, this person's account got suspended under false allegation, under false reportings by a single person with a multitude of different accounts, from what I've heard. Now, I know of this because this person thought it was a damn good idea to post that they suspended the account and they got the account suspended, and they basically put W, like just the letter W, which stands in this situation. The letter W in this situation would stand for win. So we found out who did it. Well, I already found out who did it. The only thing is, what they did was they locked their account, so that way nobody could bother them. Just because people were likely going off on him for doing what he did, and so now everybody is saying go off on this guy because he false reported, which I agree with. If you're going to false report somebody, you should accept the consequences on your you should be prepared for the consequences on your fucking actions. As I said on the Twitter, because I found out about it through someone, and I said on a quote retweet of my own to this person that talked about who did it. Not that. To the person that brought this to my attention by way of the FYP, the For You page, okay? I quote retweeted that, and I said, I'll be honest, regardless of whether you support this VTuber or not, this kind of VTuber or not, regardless of that, false reporting is never the answer. Never is, never will be. You just happen to exploit a system that really needs to be worked on. It really does. Because just because a massive amount of people are saying, well, this person did this or did that or did this other thing or this other thing, to me personally, there should be somebody behind the screen looking into what they're talking about. Instead of making it seem like it's an automated thing going on. Where when it's just one person, it might be a human being doing it. But when it's another person, I feel like, but when it's multiple people, I still think the same thing should apply. Where they go through a person's account, and they actually look through it. They don't leave it to a fucking computer to fucking decide what it is. Like, they actually look through all these things, and if it does not go against their policy, fucking leave them alone. But instead, they choose to take the quote unquote easy route and suspend somebody for something that they likely didn't do. And I know this because I know this person. I know who this person is. I've interacted with them before. So I know who the type of person that person is. And from my knowledge, she's never posted anything that would break Twitter's whatever you want to fucking call it, this damn website. X or Twitter, whatever. I'm saying this right now in case somebody's gonna go in the comment section and be like, Twitter, don't you mean X? I mean, it's not Twitter anymore, it's titled X. First off, I don't care. I will call it Twitter because I think it's a better name than just the letter X. Okay? I don't care. I'm gonna name it Twitter for however long I choose to call it Twitter. If I ever decide to change it to X, I'll change the name to X for me. But otherwise, I'm still gonna name it Twitter. But anyway, I know, like I said, I know this person. I've interacted with this person, this VTuber, before. And I can say, under no uncertain terms, that I believe this person to be one of the cutest, she had one of the cutest models I've ever seen in my entire life. She's had a cute personality to match up, cute character, characteristics to match that model. I even made a nickname for this person because of how she was a big fan of strawberries. So I gave her a nice little friendly nickname because of that. Now, I know that people won't support that type of VTuber because, they want to say things about lolies. But the fact remains, as I said before, whether you know this person or not, whether you like the person or not, false reporting is never the fucking answer. Never has, never should have been, never should be. If a person does not like another person or content creator or celebrity or whatever, if you don't like the person if you just don't like the person or the character, you got a fucking mute button as well as a block button. Learn to use that. False flagging is the worst thing you could ever do because while you could say, well, this is a W for me, you do realize you're outing yourself like a fucking moron when you do this shit. You actually are outing yourself if you think it's a damn good idea to try to false report someone, as well as having multiple accounts to do so. Now, you do realize what's going to happen. I do feel like I know what's going to happen now. I already feel like this person, this VTuber that I'm referring to, and no, it's not someone that Coconut knows. I don't know if Sebastian knows this VTuber, but I know it's not someone that I think Coconut knows as well as I do. No, it's not her, but it is another female VTuber. But yeah, I hate when people do that. I personally hate when people choose to be all like, well, she's a VTuber, she's a VTuber, she's part of a VTuber group that I don't condone, like an actual group of VTubers. Like, they all have their own separate group names, and she falls into the category. they don't like a certain VTuber group, so they choose to do something about it. And it's like, dude, you got the fucking mute and you got the fucking mute and block button. You can learn to fucking use that. I've heard people say what I just said all the time. I've heard of people that go off on this group of what the group of people that people like to put this VTuber in. I've heard of people hate it because they compare it all the time to pedophilia, and I don't believe it is, not personally, because to me, if they are showing their age if they're an adult and they're showing their age, but they're playing in the role of a young character, to me personally, that's not really a pedophile. Especially if they know not to be one. To me, a pedophile is what a pedophile is by definition. A pedophile is what a pedophile is by definition. To me, a loli, unless they show pedophilish behavior, to me, they're not pedophiles. You just want to associate them with that because of how their characters look young compared to other models that you see on the VTuber side. Or they, if people are not hating on lolis, they're hating on furries, which is a different thing altogether on its own. But personally, I don't see lolis as pedos. And as I just said, unless they show pedophilish behavior or people have proof that they have done pedophilish acts in the past, then I will not consider them a pedophile. Because I go by the pure definition of a pedophile. That's how I am. You want to call somebody something? Then you better show me proof that shows that they are by definition what you say they are. Otherwise, I'm going to call you a fucking liar right to your face. That's just in general. That's how I am in general with everybody. Because dude, I still remember this one time when who was it? Dan from Game Grumps was in a bit of hot water. And I do mean that. He was in a bit of hot water some years ago. And I remember this Twitter feed. I remember this whole thing like it was yesterday. Some woman came out and accused Dan of Game Grumps of grooming her. Being a groomer. If you don't know what a groomer is, it's basically someone that tries to do things with kids to make them ready for the... I don't know what the fucking actual terminology is, but I know it's not very good. But I do know it involves a minor as well, but in a different sense than... In a bit of a different sense than pedophilia, but it's still wrong. Right? But anyway, so she accused him of grooming her, and she even showed messages and things to back up, or at least try to back up her statement. And I say try to back up because while somebody felt like they were doing the right thing, so I'm not going off on that person that felt like they were doing the right thing. I'm going off on the person that made the accusation. Okay. I looked at the evidence myself, and she was talking about the days and years and, like what year each day was, and how she even said how old she was currently. So we had a way to compare, like, what her age was back then based on what she was telling us with how old she was now, right? So then I looked through everything, and my opinion was that of, she wasn't a minor like she said she was. She was of age. Now, consent is a bit of a different thing altogether, but she was an adult when it happened, so she can't accuse him of grooming, because grooming involves involves minors as far as I know. So she couldn't really do that. So that's why I say that bullies to me are not pedophiles. Not unless they show pedophilish behavior. And if they're showing their age, then if they were a pedophile, then they would be very stupid to do so, especially if we can see how old they are. Now, if they didn't show their age and they were a pedophile, that would make it even worse on them because we don't even, and they're being accused of being a pedophile, and they better show proof that they're a minor. Because, yeah, because, because obviously being with minors is considered okay, but, minors with adults, most people say it's illegal, but the problem is, they're looking at it through a standpoint that goes beyond what a pedophile is. A pedophile is an adult that shows sexual, that shows any sort of want to have sexual relations with a minor. Now, if the two of them wanted to date, they technically could do that because they're not making love. But as long as they're not doing anything if they're not doing that thing that involves a bed, that isn't sleeping, then that would be a problem. But if they're not doing that, they technically are not breaking any rules. They're not breaking any laws. People just want to add that to being a pedophile, because reasons. That reminds me of another story that I heard about on Reddit, how a student had a crush on a teacher, but the two of them knew that the student was underage, so they couldn't technically date if they wanted to. So they decided to wait until the student wasn't, so the teacher and the student waited until he was of age before they started legitimately dating. But because assholes gotta be assholes, there was a rumor spreading around about the teacher having relations with this boy when he was a minor, and that got her in some deep trouble because, one person's word against the others. What do you know? What do you think happened there? So yeah, she ended up getting fired, and but eventually the OP of the story did all these things did some things as revenge to the people that wronged her. And when she found out what he was thinking of doing, oh dude, she was all in on that one actually. She was like, hell yeah. Pretty much. So yeah, the way I look at it, I'm not going to judge a person based on what type of VTuber they are. I always judge anybody, VTuber, content creator, celebrity, YouTube influencer, Twitch influencer, whatever. I always judge them all by the same way. I don't judge them based on the group that they're in, because that's stereotyping. Fuck off out of here with that bullshit. I don't deal with stereotypes. Fuck off. No, I only care about how the person is, the type of person a person is. Like, if they're a nice person, I could get along with them just fine. Like, even, regardless of whether they're like for the VTubers, for example, regardless if you're a lewd tuber or you're just a gaming YouTuber who doesn't do that kind of thing, or whatever, or any other kind of VTuber group that you're in, I don't go off on you based on just that. I basically say, well, they may be this type of VTuber, but they're so nice. They're such a great person. So I want to support that person, even if it means I get blocked on Twitter because how dare I support this person, even though they don't understand even though they don't know why I am supporting this person. Because even if they didn't know why, I bet you they wouldn't want to understand it. Because they still go under the mindset, people supporting this kind of VTuber equals bad. To me, it's people supporting this kind of person who is an asshole in the worst negative regard equals would probably get a block from me if they're gonna play that fucking bullshit game, or they're gonna let them get away with that with some stupid type of shit, right? So yeah, I judge people with the same standard that I judge. I judge everybody to the same. I hold everybody to the same standard that I judge them on, based on their character, pretty much, as in their attitude, who they are as a person. Their character. So yeah, I personally don't like people that do this sort of thing where they mass report or they false, or they, or they falsely accuse someone of doing something that they really didn't do, or at the very least, they don't have enough evidence to back up their claim because the other person has more evidence to support their claim more than this other person, than the accuser, you know? Um, so yeah, the way I look at it, I was mad. I was mad when I found out that this person that I supported got their account suspended on Twitter because of the multitude of different multitude of different people, well, different accounts, reporting her for whatever reason. I was mad because from my experience, she was nothing more than a kind, sweethearted, gentle soul who did not deserve to get this treatment. But she gets it because she's a loli and people, well, apparently she is, I don't know. But people regardless considered her a loli, and so now they mass reported her account, apparently just for that simple reason. For me, it's stupid. Because if you don't like lolis, you can always mute or block them. There is that option. To me, reporting somebody is when they post something that definitely does break Twitter's terms of service. But when people try to exploit it, then maybe Twitter should get their fucking head out of their fucking asses and maybe start to think maybe we should just have regular people actually look into this shit instead of just having either a machine or people just instantly suspend an account just because there's a multitude of different people who are reporting her, or anybody else for that matter, with something that may or may not have been true. And if it wasn't true, that should put a strike on those people instantly. That should tell them, you falsely accused somebody of doing this. Here is your one warning. You do it again, your ass is grass. That's how it should be done. But nope, instantly show a number in many accounts reporting an account, instant suspension or instant ban. Now, I don't know what she's going to do in this situation. At this point, I feel like she's so upset about what's going on here that she probably took down all of her social media. And I wouldn't blame her for doing that either. I honestly wouldn't blame her. Because for this type of shit to happen to somebody that did literally nothing wrong, oh, she's a loli. That's not wrong. That's nothing wrong. That's not reason enough to go off on her. You can't just say, well, she's a loli, so I'm going to report her. That's not what the terms of service of any kind of thing is for. If you want to report a fucking account, you gotta have the legitimate reasons why. You can't just say, well, they're part of a group of VTubers or YouTubers or whatever that I don't like, so I'm going to report them. Don't do that. That is stupid. That is bullshit, and it makes you look bad. That makes you look bad, because then, if it's found out that you falsely reported this person for no reason whatsoever other than because you wanted to, then I hope your account gets fucking suspended. Or even better, banned. Get a taste of that of your own fucking medicine, asshole. That's how it's gonna be. That's how I feel about that situation. And if anybody wants to try to change my mind, well, she was a lolly, she had it coming. I don't care. I don't care if she was a lolly. And because to me personally, lollies are not worth going crazy over. If you don't like lollies, then don't say anything. Don't give them free publicity. Just block or move them and move on with your fucking life. Simple as it gets. But no, we live in a society where people just love giving negative opinions on things. But little do they realize that they actually just literally just gave this person all the free publicity in the world. That's why I always say, if you don't like it, don't talk about it. Just shut up and move on. Simple as it gets. I said this with Hogwarts Legacy. I said this with some other things that we've discussed in the past. I've said it so many times. Apparently I need to start saying that shit on Twitter. Because it's stupid to me. It's very fucking stupid. Alright. But we did have something else that piqued my interest here. So we're going back to the positives before I go a little bit crazy. So we're going to go ahead and look at this thing here. So Nintendo of America released a 21-minute video doing an Indie World Showcase. Now, usually people don't usually react to this sort of thing, right? But you know what? I'm going to watch it. Let's watch it. Let's get some positive vibes going in here. Let's watch this. Indie World Showcase. Rated independent to team. This showcase contains products that are either rated or that have not yet been rated or rated E, E10 plus, or T for teen. Also, you gotta give Nintendo credit. They're at least giving indie developers some spotlight for them. I think it's really nice. One of the few good things that Nintendo does. Indie World.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Andrew.
We've got another packed showcase full of indie games headed to the Nintendo Switch system. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey, Shantae! Shantae is back in a revolutionary sequel. Restored and completed 2 decades later. Spin the world. Move between layers. Fight. Dance. Transform. Explore. New 4-player battle mode. Shantae Advance, Risky Revolution, from Way Forward.
Hi, I'm Matt Bozon, Creative Director at Way Forward.
And I'm Erin Bozon, the creator of Shantae.
In 2001, we started development of a Shantae sequel for Game Boy Advance. It was never completed, but we'd always hoped that someday we could go back and finish it.
Now, more than 20 years later, we brought the original development team back together to complete the lost Shantae game.
Shantae Advance Risky Revolution is coming to Nintendo Switch. We cannot wait for you to play it.
After 20 years, this long-lost half-genie platforming adventure is back and ready to grant a few wishes. Do you have any, Andrew?
I mean, obviously I wish for Shantae's signature hair whip attack.
Granted, naturally, but think bigger.
Okay, how about magic dances that let me transform into different animals with unique abilities?
Bigger.
How about completely rearranging stages by shifting the foreground and background to solve puzzles and find new ways to progress?
Now you're talking. Plus, for the first time in the series, up to 4 players can duke it out on the same screen in a local multiplayer battle mode.
Wow, I didn't even wish for that one.
Interesting.
Embark on this once lost revolutionary adventure when Shantae Advance Risky Revolution spins onto Nintendo Switch next year.
And you know, at this point, I'm expecting whatever they announce is either going to be coming out either in December of this year or at some point next year. What is this? What the hell is that? Attack of the Killer Bugs? Looks like an RPG almost. Looks almost like a. Now I'm thinking it's more like a map maker. Like a map maker. Core Keeper.
Drawn towards a mysterious artifact, you find yourself stranded in an ancient cavern full of relics and wonders.
Gather resources as you explore procedurally generated biomes to uncover the
So what they're basically saying is this is like a dungeon crawler. Okay.
secrets of this long-forgotten world. There are tools to craft, crops to grow, pets to hatch, bases to build, and monsters to fight during your subterranean adventure.
No need to do it alone though, as up to 8 players can work together in online multiplayer to explore the underground. Customize your own character, assign skills, upgrade your tools and armor, and prepare to face the titans that lie in wait.
An endless cavern is ready to be explored in Core Keeper,
If I were to get this game, who would want to play with me, I wonder?
plunging onto Nintendo Switch next summer.
Alright. From humble games and memorable games. I wish I could stay here forever. You can if you really want to. Oh, what's this, a furry game? On Your Tail. Oh, mysterious. Find something out, Shrimp? Oh, it's a mystery game. Is this like a mystery game or something? You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Ciao, sono Mauro, direttore creativo di Onion
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that game would be very interesting.
Tail.
Io sono Imma, l'art director.
E io sono Andrea, il produttore esecutivo del gioco. E tutti noi di Memorable Games non vediamo l'ora di accompagnarvi in un'indimenticabile avventura investigativa.
Molti di noi cresciuti qui in Italia condividono bellissimi ricordi delle vacanze al mare. Per un paio di magiche settimane si aveva una vita diversa, si incontravano gli amici, si esploravano posti nuovi e si facevano esperienze mai provate prima.
L'avventura di Diana di Onion Tail è ispirata a quelle esperienze, ma con un pizzico di mistero in più. Speriamo che la visita a bordo marina possa darvi quelle stesse sensazioni di intrigo e meraviglia.
A presto!
See you soon.
A seaside mystery awaits in this narrative life sim with a little bit of sleuthing mixed in. As the intrepid young
I want to be honest with you. I'm very I haven't even heard of anything about this game until just now, and I'm already interested in it.
detective
Just for the mystery aspect of it.
Diana explore the charming village of Borgo Marina.
Hit the beach, hang out with friends, play games in the arcade, or kick back and relax with some fishing.
Now it says about the beach after I say I'm very interested about it. What the hell, game? Did you really? What the hell, Nintendo? Did you really have to do that? Come on.
How you spend your summer is up to you.
Isn't there a masked menace on the loose?
Ah, yeah, about that. Use your investigation and interrogation skills to get to the bottom of this mystery. Collecting clue cards along the way will help deduce who the menace behind the mask really is.
Play your clue cards right, and you might just have a vacation you'll never forget. On Your Tail, launches on Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive next year.
She has lived in these woods, but it all fell apart when her brother was taken away. The prophet was born deaf, which gives her a unique protection against this curse. Many restless nights she spent to perhaps reveal the unlucky fate of her brother.
How? I love the art design.
The fairy tale world is being ravaged by the Howl, a sinister plague spread through sound alone. Only a deaf prophet can find the cure and bring back peace to this realm.
Use both your weapons and wits to progress in this turn-based tactical folktale.
I just want to state for the record that I love the art style of this game very much.
Illustrated with a living ink art style.
You'll need to stay more than one step ahead. 6 steps, in fact. Plan your moves in advance, predicting your enemy's actions as you write your own prophecy.
Plot your route carefully, find secret paths and unlock new skills, all with the goal to save the villagers from the claws and howls of the wolves.
Howl arrives on the Nintendo Switch system later today. A free demo will also be available on Nintendo eShop.
How fitting. What's the next one? I don't know what kind of game this is. It looks like a first-person game, but consider me intrigued. Story.
Hello, we are Sunline Studio. Our new game, The Star Named EOS, is a narrative adventure puzzle game where players use photography to explore stunning sceneries.
Behind every object, painting, and photograph lies fascinating stories waiting to be discovered. To highlight the difference between reality and memories, as well as capture the fleeting essence of time itself, we chose photography as our game's theme. We wanted to use a more intimate and heartfelt interactive experience to convey the personal emotions and struggles that are buried deep within our hearts.
We hope you will look forward to playing The Star Named EOS.
Photographs and the memories held within them tell a heartwarming story of love and understanding in this puzzle-driven narrative adventure.
As young photographer Day, use your in-game camera to take pictures of the hand-drawn world around you, solving puzzles to help uncover the truth about your mother's absence.
Overcome challenges to recreate old photographs and piece together the story. Use those snapshots to step back in time and shed new light on the moments when the pictures were taken.
Discover the beauty of The Star Named EOS, launching on Nintendo Switch next spring.
I'm intrigued on this one.
Here's an oddly specific question. What if expertly packing a bag made you more powerful?
Then each trip to the supermarket would make me a hero?
Exactly! Though, in the case of this roguelike deck builder, the supermarket is a perilous dungeon full of enemies to battle, allies to encounter, and treasures to find.
I still get to be a hero though, right?
Yes! Bring back the loot you find in the dungeon to help rebuild your hometown. The locals will certainly consider you a hero.
Excellent!
Collect hundreds of items with incredible powers and abilities, and organize your backpack to unleash their full potential. Find potent combinations and use each character's unique abilities to repel whatever enemies stand in your way.
Grab your magic backpack and prepare for some seriously fun inventory management in Backpack Hero, launching on Nintendo Switch later today.
So I don't know if I'd be interested in that or not, because, well, I do like some RPG games at the same time. I'm not sure, because like the item distribute, like how they got the items distribution set up, it's almost like it's like Resident Evil, where like how you had to put things in your inventory, but it had to be enough to where it could all fit in there in this limited space. Like, and how you put it in there dictates what you can and cannot put in there. Tails, really? Wow. Wow, really, Tails? Wait, this isn't a Xania 22 channel. No, this is Forrest Walpole. Yeah, I did not know, dude. Dude, we're not even the same gender. I'm just playing along with what he just said, but dude, we're not even the same gender. What do you mean? Guys, Taos had one job. Alright, we're moving on. Anyway. Oh, actually, now that I think about it. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Right there. There you go. There we go. Figured I'd do this while I'm here. Just type a message and you'll see exactly what I mean.
Welcome to Future Osaka, a dystopian cyberpunk world where a group known as the Misa Association is charged with protecting the city from demon attacks. One member heads out on this deadly assignment, but things soon take an unexpected turn.
In this 2D action game, you'll wield the powerful Luminous-Sword, a demon transformed into a deadly weapon. This blade not only cuts down foes, but can also interfere with time itself.
Sandra, my community. Well, thank you. I do have, after we watched this, I did talk about a number of things. Like, I've already talked about, I talked about two things that I found on Twitter. I've reacted to Meat Canyon's latest video involving Taylor Swift, as well as talking about the Twitter side of things, of that. And now here we are, we're watching the Indie World Showcase of that Nintendo of America dropped. And then there's one other thing I wanted to discuss, and then we'll go for a raid if it's possible. Also, you're welcome. Also, you're welcome for that. Now I'm gonna talk about what other games they got on here.
Restoring once destroyed stairs, bridges, and platforms to reach new areas.
Can you master control of your demon blade?
I generally don't care for 2D side-scrollers, depending on the game, of course. Like, I'm into, like, Sonic and Mario 2D side-scrollers, but when it comes to other games, I generally don't really care for them, but this might be a game I might consider getting.
Blade Chimera slashes onto Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive next spring.
Timed console exclusive, what does that mean? Where it's going to be on Nintendo Switch first and then other consoles later? Is that what it means? That's what I'm guessing.
These hills are awash with stories.
Come to the sea by Beltane, he said. And I'm doing it. I'm coming. I must be off my trolley. Yes.
I already love this music. So calm and soothing, I'm telling you. I wish I had Japanese Project Second. Oh wait! Today I just got the Japanese Project Prosekai, like, more Hatsune Miku. Yeah, I need to get back into that game. I haven't played that game in a while. But but the reason why I didn't play any of it last month was because it was October and, just gotta have a spooky season, gotta play spooky games. Although, generally speaking, yeah. Well, but this is better than watching the dumpster fire the Republican primary. What Republican primary? I don't know nothing about it, and even if I did, I wouldn't give two craps. And somebody, you know what? That made me think of another thing on Twitter, actually. Somebody was talking about how this one dude was confusing the heck out of her. And she even posted pictures of the DMs that this person was sending her. And at one point, they actually do show that they are a Trump supporter. I even said, now I see why they confused the heck out of you. Because they're a Trump supporter. They tend to use confusion as their tactic when it comes to trying to speak their mind. That's funny. Yeah, I'm not a Republican supporter. Okay, truthfully though, if I'm going to be completely honest with everybody here, if anybody wants to know where I stand on the American political spectrum, I am a center leftist. As in, I mainly agree with the left on most things, but there are a few right-wing points that I do agree with as well. But I'm more with the left than the right, because they tend to fuck shit up. Well, yeah, Democrats have their history of fucking shit up themselves, but Republicans in my book do it worse. And no, we're not going to get into politics. Shut up. We're not going to talk politics anymore. I'm just stating my opinion. If you guys want to talk about politics, you can do it in the comments after this stream ends, okay? I'm just saying. Unfortunately, I'm addicted to see. Unfortunately, I'm addicted to U.S. politics. Well, okay. Dude, the reason why I say we're stopping there, because if I get too into it, we're going to be here forever, okay? I'm glad I came to see her here. Hell yes! What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? What? Did you just get excited? Like, I'm confused on what you're getting excited about, or did you just get excited because I just going like, hey! We don't do it! We blah 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 blah! Like, going that loud? Is that why you were doing the caps lock? I'm just asking. I'm just curious. Anyway, we're moving on. I'm very interested in this game, by the way. That's like 3 games in this showcase that I'm interested in, that I might watch later. Or that I might get later. What am I talking about? We're watching it right now. I mean, we're going to get later. If you guys don't know what I'm watching, the Indie Showcase is on. I'm watching the Indie World Showcase that they released 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours when you see it now. But I'm at the 12:57 if you guys want to watch along with me.
Come to the light.
Now I'm at the 13-minute mark, if anybody really wants to try to do that.
House, Moira. Come as fast as you can.
A Highland song from Inkle.
Hi, I'm Joe, and I'm co-founder of Inkle and the creative director of A Highland Song.
And I'm Nat, lead level designer in the game. A Highland Song is all about how it feels to explore the mountains of Scotland, and it's been directly inspired by our own adventures in the wilderness.
The remote Scottish Highlands can be beautiful, but also harsh and unforgiving if you're not prepared. That balance is something we've tried to capture in the gameplay of A Highland Song, from difficult climbs to fast-paced rhythm runs.
We're excited for you to immerse yourself in the landscape we've created.
You know, I can't help but ask, because I know this individual is in the UK, I think. Thomas, have you ever been to Scotland? And if you have, can you vouch for that? He's gonna be like, how dare you? How dare you be biased? Just because I live in the UK doesn't mean I've gone to anywhere. Doesn't mean I've gone to the other countries, man. I'm sorry, I just had to ask. Just for the sake of comedic effect, but also kind of curious. We're moving on.
Get ready to head for the hills. We're going on a foot-tapping frolic through the Scottish Highlands.
All roads lead to the ocean in this narrative platformer, and there are a lot
I can already tell Tiles is probably going to silently leave. Just because I dare ask that question.
of different roads to take. Scale the peaks and roam the valleys, uncovering hundreds of new paths and shortcuts to reach the sea as fast as you can.
The narrative builds and adapts based on the route you take, with the sights, sounds, and characters you encounter affecting the tale.
Run, jump, climb, and scramble your way to your goal, with the sound of Scottish folk music scoring your journey. A Highland Song launches on the Nintendo Switch system December 5th. Pre-order.
Hell yeah! I had a feeling we were going to get at least one game that was going to be released in December, if not next year.
Orders begin.
I even said it in literally three games now that's being released before the start of the next year.
Today on Nintendo eShop.
That's 3 of them. How many more will we get?
Explore 100 procedurally generated islands in this creature-collecting, dungeon-crawling, deck-building life sim.
Why the hell did I just start thinking of Animal Crossing as soon as I seen this game? Probably because they look animalistic. They look like the cute kind of animalistic, like the cute animal characters that Animal Crossing is pretty well known for, as well as their gameplay.
So basically all my favorites rolled into one?
Yep. You'll aim to become a world-renowned alchemist by exploring islands in the sky, collecting over 6
Islands in the Sky. Where does that sound familiar? Oh yeah, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Only it's just one island and not a multitude of them.
the adorable spirits in compelling card combat across this open world. Then, when you're ready to head home, a whole community awaits to help you unwind.
Craft items, tend to your farm, brew potions, decorate your home, befriend the local villagers, and who knows, maybe you'll even fall in love.
Live your
Oh yeah, that'll never happen.
life however you choose in Moonstone Island, launching on Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive next spring.
Ooh, what is this? What is this? Missed it? Dude, I'm getting like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney vibes from this. And so far, I'm very much enjoying what I'm seeing. Death Trip Double Blind.
Hello， 大家好，我们是双盲把戏 Death Trip Double Blind 的开发者。我是制作人图图，我是美术 Jenny。我们从高中的时候就是好朋友，而且我们两个都是各种侦探故事的爱好者，所以那时候起一起制作一款侦探游戏这个想法就埋在了我们的脑海里。我们希望结合绚丽梦幻的美术风格以及丰富多彩的人物群像故事，所以我们就想到了把戏团。谢谢大家，希望你们也会喜欢在双盲把戏中破案以及了解这些把戏团人物背后的故事。
Come on, come on! Morgan's Traveling Circus is in town!
You know, I kind of partly cannot help but think of that one new Peach game that's coming out because of how stylistic this game is with that one, if that makes any sense. But of course, they're different gameplay styles, and one is 2D and the other is 3D. So I think I'd be more impressed that people would probably be comparing this game to something like Phoenix Wright, because it does involve doing detective work, which you kind of do with Phoenix Wright in the games. But also, you're also but also you're trying to help your clients be found guilty or innocent. But here, it seems like you're just trying to find out. It seems like a whodunit type of game, like a literal whodunit, instead of just typically finding out who did it, and to find and to help your client be found not guilty.
Fortunately, their star magician Hattie has gone missing in this investigative visual novel.
Enter an unlikely detective duo, one a fellow magician, the other a private eye with an unfortunate bout of amnesia. As they each investigate Hattie's disappearance, you'll need to combine each character's clues to figure out which suspects have been clowning around.
With only a limited number of actions at your disposal, you'll need to carefully decide which leads to pursue, looking out for contradictions in the evidence you acquire. Sort through your collection of clues, get to know the stories of each whimsical character you encounter, and challenge anyone you find to be deceitful.
The investigation begins when Death Trick Double Blind launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch next year. A free demo will be available on Nintendo eShop later today.
You know what? I'm going to try the demo, because I'd like to try and see if I would enjoy this game. Ooh, what we got here? Outer Wilds, Archaeologist Edition. So is this Outer Worlds,
Exploration
Outer
is
Wilds?
key to unraveling the mysteries of this peculiar solar system.
This open-world adventure has you scouring multiple planets in search of clues, strange signals, and ancient alien texts to decipher. But don't dawdle, the solar system is trapped in a time loop, and each planet changes dramatically as you explore.
Delve into an underground city before it's swallowed by sand. Dodge sky-high cyclones and explore a planet collapsing into the black hole at its core. Find the keys to unlock the secrets of the solar system in the most hidden and dangerous of places.
Plus, unravel the deepest secret of them all in the included Echoes of the Eye expansion.
Grab your cosmic hiking gear when Outer Wilds, Archaeologist Edition, touches down on Nintendo Switch December 7th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. A physical version will also be available next year.
Alright.
Well, Amber, it looks like our time's almost up.
Almost! But before we go, let's take a look at a few more indie games coming to Nintendo Switch.
Alright. Planet of Lana from Thunderful and Wishfully, available spring 2024. Very nice 2D 2.5D. Enjoy the diner for Waku Waku Games, Monthly Wetland and Studio. Did it just say it's available later today? I just wanted to make sure I got that right. Enjoy the diner from Waku Waku Games, Monthly Wetland and Studio Dragonet, available later today. Heavenly Bodies, 2-point interactive, available February 2024. The Gecko Guys, from Super Rare Originals and Lawrence Weather Check, available again since spring or summer 2024, right? Since spring, right? Yeah, okay. I just had to make sure it said spring or summer. I wanted to be sure because I don't like getting my notes wrong for later. Passport 2, The Lost Artist from Flamethroat Games, available later today. Urban Myth Dissolution Center. From wait, did that say Shueisha Games? Hold on. Yeah, Shueisha Games. Available 2024, alright. Braid Anniversary Edition. Oh, I remember. I've heard of Braid, but I never played it. I've heard of it, but I never played that game. I know I said that twice, but I'm just saying. I never played it, but I never heard. I've heard of it, but I never played it. Okay, that's enough repeating yourself, Forrest. Can we move on? Yes, we can.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the games featured in today's showcase.
A big thank you as ever to our indie community and partners, working hard to bring their experiences to the Nintendo Switch system. Follow our official Indie World account to stay up to date on the latest news from Indie World.
Thanks again for watching, and as always, happy gaming!
Yeah, I just want to say for the record, I was very interested on many of these things. Particularly On Your Tail. Yeah, On Your Tail. A Highland Song. And that's... And Death Trip Double Blind. Those are probably the only 3 games that I'm interested in. Out of all of them. Braid being an interesting game in itself, because I never played it before. But in any case, but yeah, so, oh man, that was fun watching all this stuff, and it was an interesting self-talk to myself about the things in question that I discussed. But you know, as always, if you guys wanted to discuss what I talked about when you in the event you watch the VOD, you can always just post a comment in the video section down below. I was actually thinking of doing a raid, but if nobody is here, I'll just end the stream then. For anybody who is, well, we're not gonna go there, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, enjoyed watching the 2 videos along with me, as well as, I'm curious to see if you guys have anything to say about what I discussed as well alongside that. But in any case, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, this is Forrest Walpole, signing off.